And now we're moving on to the final part of the day where we're going to be having a chat with Jill Chapman, our New South Wales Ag Show's president. Jill, I'm going to ask everyone if you have any questions for Jill. Maybe you saw Jill speak earlier today as we started, and Jill and Nikki spoke, and maybe you have some burning questions from when Jill spoke earlier. Or you might have something on your mind right now that you just want to ask Jill. This is the perfect opportunity to do so. Jill, I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself because I've got some questions for you. I really want to hear from you before I hand it over to you to do a recap. My first question for you, Jill, looking back on today's discussions, what gives you the greatest confidence about the future of agricultural shows?
Well, Patrice, I think it was actually something that Nikki and I both mentioned this morning, and it's actually about the people. It's actually the people that give us the confidence that there are the people on the ground doing things, the people that are here today listening and wanting to learn and engage, the people who are making this happen. We're all in this together to tell the story of agricultural shows. So to me, people is the core of everything that we do. There's a bonus along the way that when we do our shows, we create memories and we understand more technology or we understand traditions and that, but at the core of it is the people.
Jill, we have some questions coming in. So firstly, Lauren Amore. Lauren, I've got your awards right here, by the way. Lauren from Dubbo and Leighton. What has been your highlight, Jill, since first joining the show movement? That's hard.
Okay, yeah. So I haven't got as quite a long show history as a lot of people because I only joined the Hay Show in 2007. But look, and thanks, Lauren, for the question. I think the thing that has been for me is the strength of connections that we've made. Certainly, I got involved at Hay, and then we went into our Group 9, best group ever. Thank you. We're doing a great job down in Group 9. But actually, it's actually all the people you meet along the way. We're all on this journey and we all have ideas about what we want to do. And what I've got is lots of friendships and just seeing that how when people run a show, each community is so different. We're all telling the same story, but we all do it in our own way. And that's really what I've got out of my whole show experience is that there's lots of ways to tell the same story. And the most important thing is we tell the story of our local community. And congratulations, Lauren.
Okay, I've got another question for you, Jill. It's from Veronica. Oh, from Paris from Griffith Show. Do you have a favourite show memory from your time as president?
Oh, Paris. It could be having met Paris because that's a very positive experience. Look, that's a bit hard to pick one out, but there's actually, if I can say that we called into Candelo show earlier this year, and apart from parking in the cemetery to get into the show, I just felt the absolute strength of that community. It's something that I see in all the shows. I can't say that there's any one particular favourite, but when you walk into a ground and get such a good feel of community, that's one of it. It rates right up there. Same for Cobar. Actually, there's so many that it's actually, just being there and sharing the experience with them that's what's fantastic.
Another question here from Tony in Canberra. Firstly, thank you, Jill, for your leadership and friendship. I mean, there's a lot of people watching right now feeling that same sentiment. What's next for you?
Well, I'm not finishing up with shows anytime soon, and I think I've only been to about 75 shows, and so I want to clock a few more up before before too long. I think it is that I want to continue my growing in the show movement and maybe take a little bit more of a back seat, which would be nice. Maybe I might even get out in the garden, not that my husband, who's mostly online, is hearing. But, I'd like to actually get more involved in my community again. And that's one of the things, having been so active with ag shows, I've been away a lot of weekends and missed a lot of my own community events. And I'm really looking forward to being involved back in the Hay community.
Gosh, only 75, Jill. Goodness gracious. So impressive. Okay, I've got one more question for you, and it's from Taylor from Cessnock. Jill, how have you seen ag shows grow in the past 3 years, and what are you excited to see in the future?
Oh, goodness. In the last 3 years, Taylor, that's a bit tricky. I think there's this perpetual growth, an understanding of what people want to see they want to see their show grow, and so to make it grow, and I think a lot of our speakers today touched on right from governance, we need to conform and perform. We need to understand our risks. We need to understand, and while we talk about school curriculum, but we need almost the curriculum of the shows as well, and the fact that we also engage with young people and old people. And I forgot a bit of the other thing in that second part, Taylor, but I think it's all of those things that I've seen in the last 3 years where I think there would not be a show who's actually taken a step forward in the last 3 years. And I know for Cessnock in particular, as we heard before, they haven't had shows. They've come back. They're looking at ways that they can improve and be better and more relatable to their communities. And I think that's so valuable. And I think they should be congratulated. And so many of our shows are doing the same thing.
It's not a question, Jill, but it's something that I want to say out loud and it's congratulations, Jill, on your tenure as president. It was a pleasure to be able to speak to you at various shows and have the pleasure to be able to interview you over the mic. This is Darren Adams from Luddenham Show, as well as several others as announcer. So it's a big thank you from myself and from everyone here. And I think it's the perfect time to hand it over to you for a recap.
Okay, a recap of today. Let's say what a wonderful day we've actually had today. What a inspiring day. And I can remember when Nikki said, I think under the current climate, maybe we need to go online. We're not sure how many people will come down to Canberra. I think it was a really good call. So congratulations, Nikki. But also then once you go, and a lot of these speakers were in tow when that decision was made. But actually, I thought the presentations all worked really well online today. And I guess the little things that I got today were certainly conform and perform in governance. So, we need to conform to our legal requirements, but we also need to perform in our meetings, on our boards. I did write a couple of things. I thought, congratulations, Phil, Wrap. Well done. I think that's going to stick with us all, that we need to check the website. We need to do our risk assessments, and now P, what was that? Anyway, I'll remember that P later, but I thought that was really good. I thought the school curriculum relationship, and I have met Ben on several occasions, and I like what he does at the shows and how he engages with us all. But actually, And I have to say the debate was really good, and I picked the winners as well. And I'm just looking at the Louise Gilmore. What a great ambassador for young women and for the show movement. We're very fortunate, and congratulations, Louise, once again on being our 2026 Axiona Sydney Royal Ag Shows New South Wales Young Woman. I would also just like to say Louise Cook. I think, and I can understand why that's most valuable, because we all do want to have more volunteers. And I really love that the leadership or emerging leaders isn't just about younger people, because we don't know when people are going to start their journey in leadership. And it's just obviously making sure that they're available to actually to do that. So I guess summing up today, I think has been obviously, I think we've ticked the boxes that we were hoping about education and participation. So I hope everybody out there's had an awesome day. I just like to, most at this time, really like to thank Nikki, Sarah, and and Lindy for the work that they've done. It's been absolutely. They've done a lot of work behind the scene. It doesn't just happen. They've done a lot of work there. I'd like to thank Gunmain Show for hosting the school auctioneers, and also thank all those who've come on board for the AGM today, for the auctioneers, and then on today. And Patrice, I'd really like to thank you. Thank you for being our convener. I know that you've worked really well with the staff, and someone's going to pop in there. Oh, look at this! Here they come. Here come the flowers.
Oh, thank you. It's like we're on stage.
Yeah. So thank you, Patrice. We're very happy. The day's been great, and people have been. I know we've gone a little bit over time, but it's been a great day, which I hope has brought many memories, because I'm hoping at the watch parties people have really engaged with each other there. So well done, everybody. It's fantastic.
Thank you, Jill. Thank you for my beautiful flowers. Most importantly, thank you so much for your 3 years, your leadership and your dedication, and excited to see what happens next for you in terms of your garden and the shows. And so this brings us to the end of CAS 2026. What a day that we've had. What an afternoon. We have spoken about leadership, risk, education and innovation, volunteering, a fierce debate. 5 awards were celebrated. What a day. There's a 3-minute survey that you can see the QR code for right now. We would love for you to complete this survey. You can just scan the QR code, and we'd love to receive your feedback. Really important for us so that we can just keep getting bigger and better. Before we go, some really important thank yous. First and foremost, to our presenters and our debaters, you shared your knowledge generously in an online format to a room full of people that we can't see. We know you're there, but we can't see you. That takes commitment, and we're genuinely grateful. To Esther and the Logic team, the tech team behind the scenes, none of this could have happened without them. Every poll, every transition, so much support behind the back end. Every technical hiccup is quietly fixed. Esther, your calm, your professionalism, and your patience, your whole team, your patience as this program evolved has been everything. So thank you to Esther and the Logic team. Thank you also to Writers Who have been promoting and marketing this event online. You've seen some wonderful posts, videos, copy, and that has been a lot of the work of the team at Writers Who. To the Ag Shows New South Wales staff. This was new territory. An online conference is a different beast entirely. They embraced it, they planned it, they prepared it, they showed up for it. So many people behind the scenes, but we have to say a really big thank you to Lindy, to Nikki, and also to Sarah. Countless hours behind the scenes, truly. Thank you so much. We have to say a big thank you to our sponsors, 123 Ticks, and of course, Marillion Insurance Brokers. Terry and Phil showed up today because you don't just sponsor the event, you guys really show up. You believe in it, and that means everything to this community. Thank you. And of course, to you. You came because you care about agricultural shows, because you believe in what these events do for regional communities, because you are the people keeping this movement alive. Don't underestimate that. Don't underestimate that. Shows don't run themselves. They run because of people like you, volunteers, committee members, secretaries, presidents, judges, stewards, gate attendants, and everyone in between. This movement is in good hands. From all of us at Ag Shows New South Wales, thank you for being a part of celebrating Ag Shows 2026. My name's Patrice. Thank you for having me. We'll see you at the show.